Welcome everyone once again to the SPL Show, and this week we have Balestier Khalsa on set, head coach Marko Kraljevic and Kristijan Krajček joining me today to look back at the results from the previous weekend and looking ahead to the fixtures this midweek. Thank you for joining us and really looking forward to the show. Marko must be in a good mood after that victory. Your first win of the season.
Yeah, of course. When you win, you're always in good mood, you know. When you lose, you're always sad, you know.
And Kiki, for yourself, happy with the performance overall, with the young players as well?
Yeah, a few young players in the first 11 this game, and after a win, everybody is good. So we are very happy, and I looking forward in the future we can do even better.
Marko, performances have been decent for Balestier. You did lose to Tampines, you had that draw against Albirex Niigata. Performance-wise, you must be really pleased.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the performance of the boys, you know. First game we really done well, you know. It just was missing one goal, and then I think draw will be fair result. Second game it was leading 1-0 and 2-1, and then was some disruption, but it's okay. You play against Albirex, you finish 2-2. I think it's decent result, and last game against Young Lions we won. I think we are in good track.
Kristijan, you didn't really work with Marko last season. He went off to Kelantan. Now that you've worked with him proper through the start of the season, what kind of coach is he?
I can just praise him, you know. He helped me a lot in the last season after a big injury for me. He came back, and after he came back I started playing well, and I'm really happy to work with him in this season.
Confirm first 11, huh? After saying all that.
Go for first 11.
We'll get a little bit more into Balestier Khalsa later on in the show. Once again, thanks to our sponsors for furnishing this set 42 for all your lifestyle home decor and furniture needs. Go to 42.sg, fortytwo.sg, and they will sort you out for all your furnishing concerns. Alright, so it's a good week in the Singapore Premier League. It was closed doors, but 3 matches were played and some interesting results. Tampines Rovers, they took on Tanjong Pagar United at our Tampines hub and came away with a comfortable 2-0 victory over there. The boys here, Balestier Khalsa, went to Jurong West, and the Young Lions in trouble now. 3 defeats from 3 matches. And we saw at Hougang Stadium, the first match at Hougang Stadium for 563 days, the Cheetahs returned, and it wasn't a great return at all. They went down to Geylang International by 2-1. Alright, so let's look back at the very first game of the weekend, and that was at our Tampines hub between Tampines Rovers and Tanjong Pagar United. Tampines Rovers, with plenty of games, could fatigue have stepped in against a very good Tanjong Pagar United side that really performed well against the Lion City Sailors. Was an upset on the cards? Now, Patrick Kinghorn called the game.
As Tampines Rovers take on Tanjong Pagar United, it's the Stags against the returning Jaguars. Tampines looking to bounce back in the league from that disappointment in Brunei when they went down by 2-0. They did, of course, beat Shan United in the AFC Cup on Tuesday by 2-1. Now the assistant manager of Tampines, captain the Stags, and Nur Alam Shah, who now is team manager, assistant coach of Tanjong Pagar United, came off the bench for Tampines Rovers as Boris Kaponovic could get here. Jordan Webb might scrap this up, and Jordan Webb latches onto a spill from Kenji, and having been man of the match against the Lion City Sailors, the Tanjong Pagar United keeper there has had an absolute shocker, and the Stags lead 12 minutes in. Tampines Rovers 1, Tanjong Pagar United 0. Well, it didn't look like Boris Kaponovic was going to make much happen here, because keep an eye on Jordan Webb. He wasn't really darting into the box with any purpose, but Kenji spilling the cross from Boris, and Jordan Webb gets his 5th goal of the season. Nakamura, is Jordan Webb onside here? Is Jordan Webb onside? Yes, he is. Is Jordan Webb going to make it? www.jordanwebbsecondinthegame.com, and the Stags have got the 3 points in the bag now. The replay will tell us whether he was definitely onside. but the linesman's flag stays down, and Jordan Webb with his 6th goal of the season, 2nd in the SPL, both of them coming this afternoon, has put this game to bed. Well, Nakamura's had a brilliant game. Can't quite see from that angle, but I fancy he was being played on there by the player on that far side. Was it Dawinder Singh?
So a good week for Tampines Rovers and important 3 points for them, Marko. Jordan Webb on the score sheet once again. How good is he when he's on top form?
He's top form last 6, 7, 10 years. You know, he's from young Lions time. You know, really every year I can see him. He's really playing well. He keep himself. He's fit and strong. If you are in this region, if you're strong 1 against 1, you have a lot of advantage. You know, he got speed. He got a lot of quality, and he keep fit. And I think done it a really good job.
Kristijan, you missed the game against Tampines Rovers earlier in the season due to suspension. You watched it though. How pleasing on the eye is it to watch Tampines?
Well, they play a really good style of football. They pass the ball really well. They have a lot of skillful players in their first team, so it's always tough to play against them. You cannot press them, you cannot win the ball easily, but I'm proud of our team. They played really good against Tampines with a little bit of luck. We could end that game at least with a draw, but you know, that's good against Tampines.
Yes, Marko, just want to touch on Tanjung Pagar United. Haven't really had the opportunity to ask you about this. Obviously, you've seen them since the very start in 1996. How good is it to see them back in the league?
It's nice. It's really nice. The Tanjung Pagar is big club for big history in the Singapore soccer, and I think it's good move to bring them back. You know, I hope one club like Jurong will come back, Woodlands will come back. I think this will be good for Singapore soccer.
Oh, hopefully Woodlands, Wellington, obviously a club close to Marko and my heart as well. All right, next up, a match that both Marko and Kristijan Krajček would definitely like to see once again. The Balestier Khalsa Tigers went over to Jurong West Stadium to meet the Young Lions, and after a defeat and a draw, could they finally go one better and get their first win of the season? Shazad Haq calls the action.
Yeah, it is always difficult. Remember, this is the youngest side in the SPL, the Young Lions, and shot is blocked. Shot coming in from Shah Nizam. An opportunity there. It's rocked the bottom of the post. Safri. Great work on that byline by Ryan Stewart. Took a little bit of a deflection. He hit that really well, didn't he? Keeper's come off his line now. Surely he can finish it. Hazwan Halim takes advantage of the mistake from Nur Shafiq. Did the keeper need to rush out like that? I don't think so. Safi will feel that perhaps he had that covered, and that's why he has a bit of a go there at Nur Shafiq. Cabia forward. And of course, we've already had one. Just got to be very careful here. Bruncevic! And he gets the second, and boy do they need that just to make things safe here. Bruncevic, who had chances in the game against Albrechts Negata, now gets his name on the score sheet. Floated right in. Oh, no one's even got a touch on that. That'll be the disappointer. Yeah, I don't think they're going to like looking at that one again. Next week against Hougang United. Bruncevic clears. Chance here, surely. Oh, it's too close to the keeper from Jacob Mahler. Well, that would have been a consolation. 3 minutes of added time at a comfortable height for Zaiful Nizam. Did really well to get himself in this position, but far too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we saw right at the end a save by Zaiful Nizam. How important is it to have him fit once again.
I mean, Saiful is an amazing guy. You know, he was unlucky last year to get the injury, but he's not happened by chance. You know, he's working very hard, and Yazid now joined us as goalkeeper coach, and they're working every time extra. They will come early. You know, they will work very hard work, and this is everything what he done. It is hard work behind it.
Did you feel any pressure going into the game, knowing that you were favourites against the Young Lions?
Yes, we play well, but the first 2 games, but we never won. And now everybody wants us to win the game, and not many times Balestier is in the favorite before the game. And this game we start with we need to goal to score. They settle down everything, you know. Then we score the goal, then they're unlucky we concede the second yellow card, red card, playing with the 10 men was a little bit tough. Then second goal, I think he lost the game. It was not easy when everybody expecting you to win. Then a little bit nervous. Every pass is counting, and I think this win will help us a lot.
Was there any nerves ahead of the match?
Well, there was positive news, but also, you know, we knew that we need to win this game. So we are very happy that we won, and I mean, in the future, Balestier is gonna win many games.
And Bruno on the score sheet once again. He's a secret weapon for you guys, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a really tall guy, really powerful in the air, and his jump and heading can help us a lot. And I think he did quite well in these few games.
So Balestier Khalsa with the first win of the season. All right, and on to the game on Sunday that saw Hougang United return to Hougang Stadium after 563 days. Geylang International were the visitors, and a win for either side could see them go top of the SPL table. A very enticing encounter called by Patrick Kinghorn.
563 days it's taken for Hougang to be able to play on the stadium they call home. The time is up, unfortunately for them, behind closed doors, but the Halls are still in attendance, locked outside the stadium, but all with vantage points on the far side as we look at the pictures of Geylang International coming out for this one. Runners galore as they can try and swing this in from the left footer. Too close to the keeper, he nearly catches him out, and he has caught him out! Well, he's not even celebrating. Christopher Van Heusen, 10 assists last season in the Singapore Premier League, and he's got a goal. But Hougang once more won't keep a clean sheet, and Kai Rudin will be having nightmares tonight. But they've not cleared it convincingly, and it's come to Barry Maguire. Now he knows how to score from this kind of range. Barry Maguire! And he's furious with himself. He thinks he should have done better. Meanwhile, up the other end, it's starting to go end-to-end now. Farhan Kifli to the edge of the area. Farhan Kifli, can he get the shot away? He goes down, wanted a penalty, nothing doing, and Clement Teo and the bench of Hougang are furious. Geylang almost playing Hougang at their own match-up here. That's beautiful passing, orchestrated by Maguire, plays in Darren Tate with a cross. And that would have been a sensational score. Playing their tunes today, but they'll continue getting behind the team. Nasrul. Good work. Van Heusen. Oh my word! Oh my word! I have seen it all now. Chris Van Heusen has scored twice, and Kai Rulin, well, his teammates are going over to console him. I mean, it's just bizarre. One calamity in the first half, an even worse calamity in the second, and Hougang now have to come from 2 down. The man that's just come on, Afik, to take the corner. Delivery is good, the header is in, and what a save that is. Will he try and do it again? Iqbal or Ferdhouse? Iqbal! Oh, side netting. Good effort. And that time, Kai Rulin was rooted to the spot. And Umanthan, he's dropped deeper since those changes. Here comes Hafiz. Oh, they've got one back. And it's Shawal Anwar against his former club, and now it's game back on. Well, there am I writing the obituaries of Hougang, but with 10 minutes to play, Geylang lost concentration. We've got our third goal and we've got game back on. That's gone in, and a chance for Zainul, who had to tip that over. He had to be on his guard. It was almost the third goalkeeping shocker in 90 minutes. and he may have hurt his hand in the process. Our referee for the day, Farhad Mohammed, blows for full time, and in an eerie silence, bearing in mind we're behind closed doors, and with the Hougang Halls watching from outside the stadium, stunned into silence by the defeat here, Hougang United 1, Geylang International 2.
So it was a feisty end to that encounter. Obviously the talking points will be Christopher Van Huysen's goals, Marko, but do you feel sorry for Khairul Hin?
Of course, it happened. Things happen, you know. And they concede one goal, then you become nervous, you know. The second goal, then was. I feel sorry for him because he's in the team, whole team, 11 players, making a lot of mistakes, you know. But his one mistake is deadly, you know. And then become a little bit no confident, losing confidence. Yeah. Second, I feel sorry for him.
It was nice in the post-match interview by Fabian Kwok to say Khairul Hin has saved Hougang United several times in past seasons as well, so sometimes it's due an off day. But for you as an attacker, Kristijan, if you don't buy a ticket, you won't win the lottery, so sometimes you just have to shoot and you may never know what happens.
Yeah, obviously, if you want to score goals, you need to get there and shoot. Christopher was lucky enough to score these 2 goals, but only goals and points are counting. After a few weeks, nobody will remember how he scored. Only 3 points are matter.
Balestier play Hougang on Wednesday. How do you think they're going to react to your challenge?
Well, Hougang is a good team, you know. They have good depth in the bench, you know. Now they can make few changes. And I think they signed one more foreign players, and I think it's a good team. Will be very tough for them also, and for us. It will be, I think, expecting a good game.
So wins for Geylang, Balestier and Tampines over the weekend, and that has kind of shaped the table to look like this. The 2 teams from the east make up the top 2, Tampines and Geylang International. Albirex Niigata in 3rd, and look where Balestier are in 4th position. For the Young Lions, doesn't look good for them. 3 games played, 3 defeats, and Lion City Sailors will hope to go up the table when they take on Tampines Rovers on Wednesday, and that's going to be the game of the week to look forward to in the next round of fixtures. Our Tampines Hub, 7:45 p.m. on Wednesday. Tampines Rovers up against Lion City Sailors, perhaps the biggest game of the season so far. And at Bishan, hopefully the lights will stay on as Balestier take on Hougang United. Friday sees Tanjong Pagar United, the default home team, but of course Albirex Niigata and Tanjong Pagar United call Jurong East Stadium home. So a great weekend of fixtures and great fixtures to look forward to in the coming days as well. And that's the wrap for segment 1 of the SPL show, looking back and talking about the Singapore Premier League. But in segment 2, it's all about the Tigers from Balestier Khalsa. Welcome back to the SPL show. I still have Marko Kraljevic, the Balestier Khalsa head coach, and Kristijan Krajček in the studio. And Marko, let's start off with your journey with Balestier Khalsa, and especially last season when Kelantan FA came calling. Why did you make that decision to go to Malaysia?
I was playing in Kelantan for 4 years, you know, and then I enjoying playing live there, and it was a great time, you know. And then one day they called me, I was set up in Balestier, everything, bringing foreign players, everything was set up for the next season to run. Then they called me, then I was talking to my chairman Tawa, and then he let me go. If I want to go, let me go, you know. Then I go there, then was great. Malaysia, to be there is great. It's organized very well, and then everything is what is soccer about. It's about the fans. Everywhere is fans. Everybody talking about the soccer everywhere you go for food. Everybody talk about soccer. Everybody is very, soccer is very much involved in the lifestyle in the Malaysia people, you know. There was everything was good, but I was just arrived few days before kick-off, and then a lot of issue was there. I think I no regret to going there.
What difficulties did you face in terms of the challenges compared to what you face in Singapore?
It's challenging because I arrived too late, you know. I arrived just, I think, 4 days before first kick-off. You know, all local and foreign players is already signed, you know, and then I can't do anything about that, you know. And then between there is some management, new management who signed me is taking over all management. There was gray area, and there was lot of issue was there about that. But his rest everything was okay. But sometimes soccer is how to say, is lot of things must gel in, you know, and then was in that part about manage all this was difficult because I was missing for 20 years over there, you know. And it was when I come there, it was no much changes. Actually, there's not much changes, you know. But it's when you go alone and then no much beginning support, all this is tough. But we move very nicely, and then 7 games we playing 5 away to home, and then it was not bad. If we give some more time, and then I think we can do it.
Kristijan, you joined Balestier Khalsa last season, brought in by this man, and then he leaves. Were you taken aback by that?
Well, yes, Killer came, and it was really tough season for me. I was really motivated in the start of the season, but after 4 games I got injured. First injury after a few years. Before that injury I played maybe 40-50 games, 90 minutes. So it was really tough for me, and the injury was bad. 4 months without playing, it was really tough. But after I came back, Marko also came back, so he helped me a lot, and I played well the rest of the season. So it was tough year, but at the end I was lucky to play well.
You've had a full season in Singapore. How have you adapted to the Singapore style of football and to the lifestyle in general of the country?
Well, this is my first time overseas, so Singapore is really tough because weather is real problem here. To play on 30 degrees, it's really tough. But after a few weeks, I started to get used to it, and now it's okay. You know, every game is tough, but we prepared well for that, and it's getting better.
I always wonder what foreign players do on their days off. Even when I was playing, and even now, what do you do? Do you go out with your fellow foreign players of the club and go out, or what do you guys do?
Yeah, there's a lot of players from Balkan. We have Kopitovic, we have Mehmedovic, we have Stipe Plazibat. So we go on coffee, we go on swim on pool or somewhere, and we have a nice talk about games that we played.
Marko, you've always managed to get Balestier Khalsa to punch above their weight, winning the cup, finishing 4th in the league. For a team that's not fancied to be one of the title challengers, how do you get the best out of your players?
But we always try to adjust in our budget what we have, and try to bring the players with good character. You know, this is one thing: is you must be a good player, but his character is very important. And mostly these years when I was in Balestier, always have players with good character. You know, they're fighting always, never give up. Everybody have good motivation, good. But end of the day is in my opinion, is character of the players is very important to move forward.
And what do you do to maintain the team spirit? Do you change up training sessions or you have outings with the team?
Yeah, meaning we do. Sometimes it's for players. They like to change always same place. And mostly we go to East Coast to some place, some beach volleyball, beach handball, whatever, you know. But sometimes it's good for the players move away from the routine every day, you know. And this. I mean, I talking to the boys a lot, you know, and then we must know each other better, you know. These boys is like everywhere. Is soccer players is sometimes very funny guys, you know. But I really enjoying these guys. What we have last 5-6 years is all. I still keeping in touch with the players who used to play, who no more playing. Is good players. Balestier always have some kind of players who really working very extremely hard and trying to do their best. I always talk to them about this one, you know. I'm happy one day they're going overseas, or I always tell them, first important, you have to work hard to go to national team. You have to play for national team. This should be proud to one day to wearing national jersey, to play now this year like Suzuki Cup, 20, 30, maybe 40,000 people. This is what is football all about.
Sounds like team spirit is really, really good at Balestier Khalsa. Who are some of the big characters, the jokers in the dressing room?
Well, I must address Hazwan as the biggest joker. He's a really funny guy and everybody loves him. So he would be the most funny one. There is Kartik, there is Arish from Wolves.
Arish as well?
Yeah, Arish, and a lot of fun players. So we have a lot of fun in the dressing room.
Do you understand the Singaporean sense of humor yet? Do you get their jokes?
Yeah, I get. They always joke on Malay language, so I can understand a little, but the Hazwan and it's really funny with them.
Marko, what is not funny is the floodlight situation in the match between Balestier and Albirex Niigata. What were you thinking?
I was shocked, you know. I was shocked. I also don't know what to think. I don't know what is rules, you know. I think it was around 7 o'clock. I think still can see very well, you know. I think the referee was also don't know what to do. Commissioner, all this was little bit. We was little bit in some gray area, you know, don't know what to do. Waiting half an hour, and this is we was 2-1 up, you know, and then to beat Albirex also for us is big things, you know, and then still staying focused was big challenge for us, you know. But and then finally they start the game, and then I told them before the start, we come together, we talk again, we talk for a while, you know, and then I think we done it very well. It's just last minute, you know, we got chance to finish off game, then counter-attack, and then we could see this goal unlucky. But I think if we work hard, they will come back to us one day.
Well, Shime had that chance to make it 3-1.
Yes.
But did it have an impact, that break? You had 30 minutes, I think it was 40 minutes perhaps, where everyone was just waiting for something to happen.
I can't say I was because of that we concede a goal, you know. Maybe we concede a goal if it's game carry on in the last 50 minutes, the light is on. I can't say. It's just it's part of the game, you know. It's happened. It's just happened. We don't blame anybody, you know. We just think, you know, we work hard. We done it. We work very hard. And these few players coming inside and work extremely hard. And then my meaning is you have against Albirex. Not many times. I play many times against Albirex. It's not easy, you know. They're really players who putting a lot of pressure, a lot of very aggressive team, you know. Not easy to play, but you have time to finish off game. I think if we finish off game, we will never talk about the lights, you know. This was a turning point. But okay, we was in this position. We shoot, they save, counter-attack. This happened in the game. That's football.
Kristijan, for you, what was going through your mind during the break?
Well, I wanted to play because we were in the moment. We had that goal more than them. We had our chance. Almost 90 minutes, 5 minutes before end, counter-attack for us, almost scored goal, Sime didn't have luck to score, and after that their counter-attack very fast in a few seconds, from winning 3 points to losing 2. So no luck for us in this game.
Marko, you mentioned Balestier, not a big established club like perhaps Tampines or Albirex or now Lion City Sailors. Important is the foreign signings, and you seem to have got that right this season, especially with the introduction of Hoshino Jumbo and Bruncevic, Bruno. Happy with their performances so far? Bruno, of course, with 2 goals already.
Yes, but it's not important only foreign players. Important is local boys, you know. This is very important to mix together, to work together. But for us, when we mix together foreign workers to foreign players and local boys working together, this is the main challenge, you know, to gel them together, work as team. This is the I think this is the point for Balestier. What done in the last 5 years, they're working together, and then this is as team we moving forward and doing well. Bruno is young guy, you know, he's only 21, you know, and he's helped us a lot, you know. In defense, you have Saiful behind, and you have him, and now he's like Fadli Kola for national team with Bruno behind, giving us a lot of advantage in the air, lot of advantage in the set pieces in attack. He's giving us his, even first game against Tampines, he was last minute. He's safe, you know. He's always there. He's always there.
How hard do you work on set pieces?
We work every week, at least 2 days. At least 2 days we focus on the attacking set pieces.
And you also like to give youngsters a chance, and we've seen Shukri, we've seen Ayman, Arish, of course, from Warriors FC. Is it important for you to blood these youngsters into the team?
Yeah, it's important, very important. I know giving chance, you know, I'm giving them because they deserve. They're training very hard, and then you get a chance to play. Like Shukri, like Ayman. Ayman is joined us just maybe 3 weeks ago, around there maybe, and we give him chance, and he training, working hard, trying his best. Arish is amazing guy, really. This guy remind me on the Haris Harun.
I've heard that. I've heard somebody else who you may not know, but mentioned that as well. He is the future Haris Harun.
Yeah, he's really working very hard. He come first. He left the stadium last. You know, he's really take care about himself. Last year he's just start playing few games, and this year I think he's very established himself, like first 11 already. You know, I think he have a good future.
Kristijan, been impressed with the youngsters at Balestier this season?
Well, yes, I'm impressed how motivated they are. It's really nice to have a lot of young players in the dressing room. We have a lot of potential. We have Shukri, Ayman, Arish, Elias, Hougang, Zul. So it's really nice to work with them. They listen. They want to be better every week. So I really see a good future in all of them.
And yourself, as a foreign player in the Singapore Premier League, do you feel pressure that you need to always perform and be better than the local players?
Well, pressure is there always. You know, I came here to make something. I want to win something with Balestier, but I'm working hard for it, and I'm confident in the future something will come.
Big game on Wednesday against Hougang United. Familiar faces, you're going to come up against Salim and Clement. Looking forward to that reunion?
Yeah, I mean, we work together in Woodlands, you know. He's a good friend of both of them, you know. We have some coffee together sometimes. He's good friend, you know, but this 90 minutes is different. It's business, you know, and then of course it will be hard game, you know. For them also, they lose last game, you know. They will come very strongly, you know. They also, I think, thinking about won the league, you know. After last year done it very well, go to AFC Cup. I think next step, buying Shava Anwar, buying some foreign players from the Malaysia League, and this. I think they are target to moving to next step. Next step is win the league. I think it will be tough.
Kristijan, Balestier Khalsa full of confidence after that win against Young Lions, but also great performances despite not getting the result against Tampines. And Albrechts, now another big team, going into the match against Hougang full of confidence?
Yeah, of course. I mean, me personally, I like to play against better teams. Team as Hougang, I respect them with Stipe Plazibat and a lot of big names in there. But I think it's a good way to show who Balestier is this season. We have a strong team, and we will get a good fight with them.
Marko, finally with you. There is a possibility, if results go your way, and of course if you get the win against Hougang, that Balestier could go into the international break top of the table. How good would that be?
Oh, it would be great, to go to 2 weeks break on top of the table. For the boys, it will be for whole club, a lot of confidence. When you get confident, players getting confident, they can play much better, and then winning. But we are just focused about the top of table is a long way to go, We just focus on game by game, and this Hougang game, I think, is good for us to win last game. I think a lot of confidence, and going against Hougang, I think giving us more confident to go and win the game. I think we can do it.
3 matches to look forward to this week in the Singapore Premier League. The big one at our Tampines hub. Tampines Rovers taking on Lion City Sailors, while at Bishan it is Balestier Khalsa going up against Hougang United. And on Friday, Tanjong Pagar United and Albrechts Niigata go head-to-head at Jurong East Stadium. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, 42, for furnishing the set. Visit them at 42.sg, fortytwo.sg. Marko, thanks for joining me.
Thank
Kristijan,
you.
great to have you. This is Kristijan's first ever talk show appearance. You did fantastic, as you usually do, on the pitch.
Thank you.
Alright, that's it for the SPL show. We will see you next week as we recap the action, and I'll see you then.